There's a serious mistake that parents tend to make when it comes to understanding where their children are at. And that is that we tend to assume that if they're confident, they have a healthy self worth or healthy self esteem. This is actually not true. The self esteem and self worth are not necessarily consistent with confidence. Just because someone is confident doesn't mean that they value themselves. They could be confident because they believe in their ability to be able to navigate or deal with a certain situation they're presented with. So one of the most common misconceptions I see is that parents who have children who are performing well at school, they tend to believe that their child is more confident than the others. Meanwhile, they lose sight of the fact that the child often takes comfort in that academic setting because it's a safe setting, it's a predictable setting. And they also know that if they get good grades and good results and good feedback from teachers, that it will earn them favor with their parents. That is not self worth. That's knowing how to be validated. So you go and you do things that are going to secure that validation that you need, because we all need that validation as humans, right? So when you're looking at your children, or even adults for that matter, don't assume that just because someone appears confident that their self-esteem is in a good space. Because their self-esteem determines how they treat people, whereas confidence determines how they accomplish things. And if you have a healthy balance of both, you become extremely effective and almost inspirational in the way you show up for people. But if you have only one and not the other, then you end up with an imbalance, because a person with a healthy self worth would typically be confident because they are curious and they're open to learning. But a person without a healthy self worth but are confident, they will tend to need to control things and have things structured and rigorous and predictable because their confidence is dependent on that predictability. So just be careful about assuming that you have children or you have partners or adults around you that have a healthy self-worth or self-esteem just because they appear confident in the way they present themselves, because it's not one and the same thing. So just wanted to share that with you because I see a lot of parents making this mistake. And if you do find that you're seeing low self-worth or a questionable problematic self-esteem relative to the level of confidence and the results that your children are getting, then you need to focus on how it is that they feel about themselves rather than just what they're good at.